Oh yeah, baby, we're back. What's going on, guys? I'm back again with another video. Today we are with our Pathfinder 2200 TRS. Super pumped on this boat. It's been nothing but a blessing, not just for me but for my family as well. And now that we actually have the opportunity to keep the boat in a marina and not actually on a trailer, it's a good idea to do your 200-hour service, or excuse me, it's a good idea to do your 100-hour service. So we're gonna pop up this Yamaha F200, drain the lower unit. We might even do the impeller, depending on how that looks. And yeah, just do your normal oil change. Yamahas have a specific way to change the oil. So we're gonna pump that out using the West Marine pump that we got. And then we're gonna go from there. So mainly gonna service this engine. Figured I'd take you guys along for the ride. And yeah, start getting to that now. This is why you don't keep your boat on a trailer. Look at all those ants, dude. Got all that fluid coming through. She's draining into the bucket. I don't know how long this is gonna take. First time doing it, so I'll show you guys what PartsVu sent me. So I actually went to West Marine and it was super expensive. It was about damn near close to 500 bucks. But PartsVu has this 100-hour service kit, which is highly recommended. Just saved me about 200, 300 bucks. And honestly, you think you get peace of mind by having it right then and there, but PartsVu had it sent to me and shipped, free shipping, and it was over there overnight. So literally one day. I don't know where they're in Florida. That's probably why I got it in a day. While the oil's draining, I'll show you guys what we got. So this didn't come with the kit, but this is my gear oil pump. They give you about a gallon, so like that's roughly like 5 quarts, I believe, somewhere around there, like 5 quarts, and then 5 or 6 quarts. Then I got an extra quart of oil, and then 2 Yamaha gear oil, water fuel separator. You get an oil filter, brand new. We're gonna mark this thing up. You got your Waterpump Kit, so probably gonna do the impeller today, not too sure just yet. That motor looks mint. It literally looks like you'd eat off of it, so it's something I'm not really gonna, I should do it. Probably gonna do it, honestly, since we're already here. Got a brand new fuel filter, and yeah, everything's in the box, so can't beat that. We'll put the water pump kit away, just in case I can't get to that today. We'll do the oil, we'll do the water fuel separator, and then we'll do the fuels. So I'm gonna mark up the oil filter right now. Something that I've been doing this at work. There's no guessing or second guessing. You grab one of these paint pens and then adjust your hours. You always put the date, and then you always put who did it, so you'll never go wrong with that. So your old filters, you can put them in the box, you can do whatever. I'm gonna put a slight sludge of grease on there. So grab the new filter. It's got a casing on it. That's all you need, just a little finger dab. Rub it right on the gasket. Don't get it in the actual. Pops it off. Your housing pops right off. Grab this. Should just shake right out. And just remember that you saw this up top with the hole. Push that down. I don't think it comes with an O-ring, but you should always just inspect this O-ring right here and make sure that there's no cracks, it's not split, nothing like that. Same thing again, I'm gonna add a little bit of grease. You guys are literally doing this with me, so I've never done this before, and I guess I'll be the test dummy from all the YouTube videos I've watched and some mechanical skills that I have. It should work out. a nice tap. She ain't going nowhere, cut. So it should drain slow right now. It's not milky, which is good, but and now she should be flowing. She should be coming out good now. There it is. I always put my drain plug up top. Forgot to let you guys know, it comes on the actual invoice with your gaskets. So you get 2 of them for your drain plug. These guys think of everything. So remove your old gasket, because they're pretty much chewed up anyway. They're literally like plastic. Slide on your other one. And like I said, slap a little bit of grease on there so next time you take it off, it's good. And if you guys are having trouble wondering which drain plug goes where, this one will always have a magnet on the bottom. So I think at the bottom of gravity, you'll always look for that magnet. Magnet always goes to the bottom, and then where it goes to the top, this is your top plug. There's no magnet up there. Maybe some other boats do have it, but this one doesn't. Seriously, does not need to be that tight. That's pretty tight. All 4 plugs look the same. They're burning the same. And they're not wet. That's all you want to really look for. And I wasn't going to do the lower unit because of how many hours this has, but this is bad. All rusty. So I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm not too sure what's going to happen in here, but I'm just praying that it all works its way out. We could change the water pump and then go from there. But that's pretty bad. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't even know what to do, like WD-40, like what the hell? Some type of penetrant, and then just wire wheel. I don't know, figure it out though. Guys, my camera died, and I've been fighting this stupid collar for the last, I don't even know how long, but thanks to YouTube, I kind of figured out something. So let's try it. So to grab a socket and then pry off the socket little by little, and that collar will start coming off little by little. 8 hours later, finally got this collar off.
That was ridiculous. And I didn't really mess this up too bad, so hopefully I could reuse it. Damn, man, that took forever. Gee whiz. Just because of this, I'm replacing everything.
Alright guys, so if all went well, I did the impeller right. This is the first time ever doing the impeller. The service I've done before, changing oil. If you've done it on your car, it's very simple, especially on this boat. It's really easy, everything's right there. The impeller was more of a, not a challenge, but when you have things that corroded that aren't supposed to corrode, and you have things that are rusted that aren't supposed to rust, and maybe I'm just complaining, but maybe this is just like the first time ever doing it, and that's what kind of switches everything. But for me, honestly, for it being the first time doing the impeller, as long as it's letting the motor cool down, I think I'm okay. More or less, I just want to see that telltale, or just see the motor peeing, and I'll be happy, and I know that I did my job. I don't have the fortune of actually going to the dock and going on the water, but I will be going sometime either tomorrow or the next day. So don't look at this as more of a tutorial, just look at this more as like a newbie just trying to go for it, you know. And this job here definitely saved me at least $1,000, so if not more. So bonus, even though we just finished the impeller and we finished the 100-hour service on this thing. Got a brand new prop from PowerTech. Super pumped. Gonna try this thing out. Get rid of the 3-blade. It's been giving us a hard time getting on plane, and been getting some good advice with this PowerTech SCE4. This is a four prop. I got it in 16 pitch, got a stainless steel, 14 diameter, so should work out just fine. Take this. Swapped out for our SCE4 PowerTech, and she is gleaming, dude. Thing is sick. Hopefully it gets us on plane. All right guys, and that is it. 100-hour service, the impeller. Even though we have low hours, as you could tell, even with low hours, this thing is definitely in need of service. So I'm glad I did it. It's something to learn as a learning experience, and I'm just happy I did it. Take care. See you guys on the next video.